know, I just have music on the mind, man, and anytime that, you know, I do that, anytime that I have music on my mind, I just like to just share, man. It's like a beautiful day out, and I can't wait to get home and make some music, man. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody. You know, I thank you all very much. You know, it's you guys that get me through my day. You know, I'm running around town right now crazy, trying to do a bunch of stuff. And, you know, it gets rough, dude. Life happens. But when I get home, I'm going to post this video, and it's going to make it all go away. And I do appreciate every one of you guys for watching. Thanks again. And hopefully this video comes out good for you guys. I'll holler at you later. Thanks again. Cool, so I kind of wanted to go over a few things about this channel also. I do unboxing videos. I do make music. I do make beats. I make songs. I try to find ways to make money any way possible. And I go over legalities. I go over like just about anything, you know. Sometimes I'll just sit on here and rant. But just this channel is just more what I'm doing, you know. I'm not trying to say I'm making music and this, and it's just people to want to come in and enjoy what I'm doing, you know. That's all this is. So again, it's a humbling experience, and I do appreciate it. But I want to go over some of this gear with you guys, alright? So check this out here real quick. See if I can flip this. Hey, what's good, guys? So I'm kind of going back to the old school method. No computer, no nothing. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of explain why I'm using all this stuff the way that I'm using it. So first off, I want to thank my subscribers. You know, I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And you know, I'm humbled every day that I get, you know, a response or any kind of feedback from you guys. It's an experience, and I'd highly recommend everybody to go out and try to do it that's trying to make music, because, you know, you put a video out or two, and then all of a sudden it's just like you create a demand, and people just, I enjoy it, and, you know, a lot of people enjoy it too. So again, I'm humbled by everything that's been happening the last 4 or 5 months, and I appreciate every single one of you. And like I said, I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So without further ado, I'm going to kind of zoom over all of this stuff here, let you know what I'm using, and then we'll go over how I'm doing it, okay? Here we go. Cool, so this Mach 6 keyboard right here, it's a Yamaha product, and it is basically an Akai MPCX in a Yamaha keyboard, okay? It's very reliable, and I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. I got this because it's got natural sounds in it, and Yamaha is known to make some really, really nice natural sounds. So for your voices, go to category search, and you can get in here and you got all your pianos. Okay, you got all this stuff, categories, you got sound effects, musical effects. I use this to get nice clean sounds, and then I can send them out of here, and then I'll send this into my MPC. Okay, so whenever I hit a key over here, it goes into my MPC, and then for my key group tracks or my MIDI tracks, I have the option to mute out everything right here as I have to be in pattern mode here. But you know, if I go to part 2, track 2, it's all mapped out here. It just makes sense. A through H, 1 through 16. Now on the MPC, it's A through H, pad 1 to 16. And it just jives. It works great. And then on top of that, you know, A through H, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got mad banks in here, and I did install the extra memory in here. So now when I go to pattern and I actually hit one of these songs and hit play, it's got my song already in there. I don't have to load up any sounds. It's got all my presets and everything for that pattern already loaded. So that's why I use this, to be able to, you can do that and mute out your parts on your MPC on key groups, but you can't with the MIDI groups the way that I do it. If you want to use it live, I can do it live over here. Now this, I'll come out of my MPC MIDI in. So anything that I hit on here, anything that I hit on these keys, I'll make like a 16 bar loop and then come back into here, then mess with that. Okay, so that's just the constant running around in the background all the time at a low level. This here, another audio track. I like to have nice clean sounds that go in. The MPC has tons of sounds that are top notch, that you don't need any of this stuff. You can do it all with just the MPC. It's got everything you need. It's got drum kits. It's got all the capabilities of all this stuff. It just helps me use how I make. It's my personal preference, is I guess what I could say. But now I have control over my audio tracks, because when you're trying to mute out tracks, you know, track mute for sequence 1, yeah, you can mute out these tracks, but your audio and MIDI tracks. So now I got all my audio going into my mixer from my Novation, which is seriously sick sound designing. You just tweak this. It makes it to where if I'm playing this key, you know I'm playing this key, but it's offset. It's detuned and spread, so it doesn't even sound in key, but you know this is the key you're playing. So you offset the timing and all kinds of stuff on here under your voice. This detune, you take that key and detune it, you know, and there's so much stuff that you can do with this to make sounds. I would highly recommend the Novation Peak to make your sounds. And this here's a little step arranger. So I record on here also, and it's like I don't have nothing recorded on there. And then step by step I can just, and it goes right into there. So now I got full control over, and again, I'm just going over why I use this the way that I use it. This is my MIDI controller for my MPCX, for my key groups. Okay? I always do that. So these are my key groups. I'm playing them right in there, right? Let's see here. MPC, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I got all my key groups and everything straight. I don't have any volume coming out. Perfect. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I have all these things going in here, so all I have to do is mute out these parts if I want to mute out an audio track. I got this going in the background, so it's constantly changing. So that's all the modulation you need right there. You can play for hours and just change a knob here and there, and it just keeps going. Got full control over muting out my MIDIs, and full control over So that's how I go about being able to mute out every single part the way that I want to. Like I say, if you go to track mute, it's going to give you that. Your drums and your key groups. As far as MIDI and audio go, the way that I got it set up, I can mute them out on here, and it's playing the piano. It's playing... These are all this keyboard sounds, and then it loops it back and plays it throughout those numbers. So that's my MIDI to that from the X. And MIDI to this from the X. Same with this, USB, everything to the X, except for these guys. So that's just my real quick thing there. Hey, what's good, guys? So this is usually what I do when I come home. I climb under stuff, turn on my gear, flip the camera, just kind of putting a bunch of different videos together here, seeing how this comes out. So yeah, let me flip this camera around here and then we'll get busy. Cool, guys, so got out from under that table. I can turn on everything. It's just what I do every single time I get a chance to, man. I come down here and I'm only using one of my speakers right now. Let's see here, hopefully that, here we go. User template. Just gonna load up some stuff. Make sure I got this turned on. I'm just gonna make something, man. I'm just gonna go and see what happens. So let's see. I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna erase all this. Gotta erase all these steps here, and then I'm just gonna hit play and see here what tempo I'm at. 120. Let's just hit play and see. Cool, so I'm just going to record something over this and hopefully it'll loop back for me. I love this because I can see my waves on this little wave thing over here. Let me show you here real quick. Check that out. Pretty sweet. I'm going to get into this Novation next. Let me just keep it like this. Gonna turn this up. Cool. I'm gonna set this back down here. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my video. Appreciate you guys for watching. See, like I said, I just do this whenever I'm doing my stuff. record any of that, but that's a good warm-up for me, man. I grab some guitar here in a second. I don't know if this thing's even plugged in. Let's see. Trial and error here, guys. Kind of weird. This keyboard over here, let me show you this one. Wish I could switch the view, but this one's really cool. This is my constant. crazy stuff, man. Just wanted to share with you guys, man. I had to make something today, and I figured, why not just make a bunch of noise? But these boxes are crazy, man. Little. What's going on? Let's play this. This sounds really nice, man. You can really customize your sounds in here. You can really spend a lot of time doing that. And one more thing before I wrap this up. Now that I got all these sounds going into my mixer, man, say this one here, I believe is, I don't have these labeled, it's this right here. So I'm going to mute out everything else. Mute out all my audio tracks. Now, what's really cool, you can add that little punch to your drums if you want. Take that high out, different frequencies. Take these down, kill that bass. Maybe that's what you want it to sound like. Now the novation, maybe I want it to have a little bit more bass. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool. You can spend a lot of time, and in controller mode with the MPCX, you can get your drums all the way across, and you can do your hi-hat, your snare, your cymbals, everything on there. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I mean, you can do everything with just the MPCX. It's got everything you need right here. And I just prefer this workflow. It's a lot faster for me, and that's just how I'm going to do it. But I do appreciate you guys for watching, and thanks again. It means the world to me, and I couldn't do this without you guys. So rock on, man. Work hard, play hard. I'm going to try to make some, now that I'm warmed up, I'm going to try to make a song or two, get this guitar in there, do some audio tracks, and I'll holler at you guys later, man. Thanks again.